I can throw that in there. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, if I could have your name, spell your last name for me, please.
Teresa, Elmore, E-L-M-O-R-E.
Could you speak up just a little louder for me, too?
Teresa, E-L-M-O-R-E.
Thank you. Could you tell me what happened today, Teresa?
So today I had just dropped my husband off from the store, and I was exiting my complex to go check on my grandmother for the 4th of July, and we have an electric gate, and as I approached the gate, there's a walk-up gate. I saw a gentleman standing and something appear not to be right, like a gear. He had a face mask on, it was black. Some things were protruding, so immediately I said to my mom, I was on the phone talking to my mom, something's not right. However, I guess I was too close up on the gate, and the gate ejected, it automatically opened. And so he came through. He had on boots, he had on jeans. I believe it's a red shirt. I really can't recall right now. But he came through the gate, and he stopped me, got in front of my car. So I wasn't going to hit the gentleman. At this point, he walked around to the passenger side of my car because I was still at a standstill. And when I looked, I realized my doors were open. My doors were unlocked. They had not automatically locked because of the mile. We can only go 5 miles an hour in our complex. So I immediately locked the gate, looked at him. He reached for my door handle, and as he reached for my door handle, I took off. He was saying something, but I could not hear. I couldn't understand, or I didn't. To me, I don't care. But at this point, I stopped enough where I could see where he was going, and I told my mother that I needed to call my husband, that I was going to get my husband Antonio on the phone so he could check out.
So you described the male as having like a body armor type vest on, as well as a mask. Did it appear he have a weapon on him? I heard he had a gun holster on him as well.
Yeah, so I was looking. I didn't really see a weapon. However, I saw a holster on him, and I saw like a baton. I saw something very large, I believe, on his right hip. And so I was like, it was a couple things. I didn't know if it was a gun, a baton. I didn't know it was something, but to me, that is not right. I mean, it looked like he had a lot of ammo on. He just didn't appear to be in the right state of mind. And so I drove out of the gate, but I was still inside of the gate where I could see my door and where the gentleman was walking to. And so he got halfway up. He walked halfway the parking lot, and he was approaching my home. And so at that point, my husband was on the phone. And I told my husband, my husband didn't understand. At that point, probably I was hysterical at that point. My husband didn't understand what was going on. He's asking me to calm down, tell him what's going on. By that time, the gentleman turns around, he looks at me, and he starts running back towards my vehicle at a high rate of speed. You know, he's running fast. So I just said, excuse my French, hell no, I got to get out of here. And I just told my husband protect himself. I don't know if I hung up the phone or not, and I just started praying. And when I got to the cross intersection to come out, I saw the sheriff department. He was in a truck. I was trying to get his attention. I started rolling down the window trying to get his attention, but he went around me. I literally blocked traffic. I said, well, you know what, I'm gonna act like I'm a crazy person and maybe give some type of traffic that he knows that something's not right. And so at this point, the gentleman runs out the gate behind me and he walks up to another 300, a black 300, and he's looking inside the 300. But the police officer, he slowed down, and so he hit his siren. He made a U-turn. I seen him on his, whatever that's called, I can't even think. He's on his radio. He's on his radio, and he's telling me, nodding to me that he's got it. So then I pull up into the Monte Vista Village senior home because I want to make sure the police officers are okay and I want to see what's going on, but I don't want to be in the way of anything. And so within seconds, you know, law enforcement appeared all over everywhere. They came from every direction. You can hear once, before he got out the car, you can hear the sirens coming, and within minutes, seconds, he was here. I mean, the law enforcement was here. Pretty scary, huh? Pretty scary. So I could just say that could have changed from a normal day. So you just really don't know. So you just have to, you have to be ready. You got to be ready at all times. I appreciate your time, Teresa. Thank you very much. You're welcome.